Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new intermediate vocabulary class with me, Kat, or Cat Teacher. I'm your American English teacher here at High Level Listening, and today's topic, we are at work. So let's learn some new vocabulary, some new expressions, and some new small talk for when you're at work. Let's go. All right. In American English, we love the word get. So if you arrive at work, it's more common to say get to work. In the morning, we go to work, and when we arrive at work, we get to work. Get to work. Arrive at work, walk through the entrance, enter the building. We get to work. We get to work. Get to work. Now, the pronunciation for work, work, it's not work, it's work. Get to work. Get to work. What time do you get to work? What time or when do you get to work? What time do you get to work? When do you get to work? To work around 8 o'clock. I get to work around 8 o'clock. I arrive at work. I go through the doors. I am at work. I get to work around 8 o'clock. Around. Maybe 7:55, maybe 8:05. I get to work around 8 o'clock. What time do you get to work? Answer in the comments below, and I'll let you know if everything is correct. What time do you get to work? I get to work around 7:30. Now, in the past, what time did you get here? 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 When did you get here? I got here around 7:30, 7:45. I got here about 7:30, 7:45. Around, about, not exactly the time, but around the time. About that time. A little word, here, there. Here, we are at work. What time did you get here? When did you get here? What time did you arrive at the same place as me? We could also say, what time did you get there? Another building, another business. What time did you get there? When did you get there? Well, I got there around 7:45. I got there about 8 o'clock. I got there. I got here. Here and there are special words. Here, there, and home. I got here. I got there. I got home. But I got to work. I got to school. I got to the business. I got to the company. So don't forget those little words, or sometimes here, there, and home, we don't need them. Let's start with a new vocabulary word. These people at work that you work with, these are your coworkers. A coworker, a coworker. Co means together. Co-worker, coworker. A coworker, lots of coworkers. I like my coworkers. They're very helpful. I like the people I work with. I like my coworkers. They're very helpful. I don't like my coworkers. They're not very helpful. Oh, I like my coworkers. They're very helpful. We're coworkers. We work in the same company. We work in the same building. We work together. We're coworkers. We work together. She's my coworker. We work together. We're coworkers. Now, this is the top person at my company. They are at the top. She's the boss. She's the boss. Maybe she's the CEO. She's the boss. The boss. My boss. She's the boss. Now, we usually say the boss, because usually there's one. She's the boss. And we can just say that. She's the boss. Oh, who is that? Oh, she's the boss. Now, what we mean is she's the boss of the company. Now, if there are 2 or 3 bosses, we can say she's one of the bosses. She's one of the bosses. Okay, so maybe there's 2 or 3 bosses. She's one of the bosses. Now, another good word, he's my boss. The boss is the one at the very top, the only one. But this is my boss. Maybe there's many different managers. But this one, this man, he's my boss. So this is my boss. He's the manager. Manager. Now, maybe he's the manager in my company, in my business, but he's not the boss at the very top. This is my boss. He's the manager. This is my boss. She's the boss. She's the CEO. Now, let's learn some new paperwork. I mean, let's learn some new vocabulary. Paperwork. Paperwork. All those papers you have to type, you have to fill in and write. This is paperwork. Paperwork. Ding. I got an email. Email. Lots of emails. Emails. Now, when I talk back and forth to people, we usually call these messages. Messages. Paperwork, emails, and messages. It's not messages, it's messages. 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 Good. Now, what do we do with these emails and messages? We check them. When we check our phones, we look and see. We look and see. One moment, I need to check my emails. Okay, open the emails. Yes, look. Okay. All right, I checked my emails. So in the morning or when you get to work, you might open your computer and check some emails. Check some emails. Or you might get on your phone and check some messages. Messages. Check some messages on WeChat. Check some messages on WhatsApp. check some messages. Hey, what are you working on? Hey, what are you working on? Just checking a few emails. Just checking a few emails. Now, don't forget this little word, on. What are you working on? Hey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm working on some paperwork. I'm working on a new project. Hey, what are you working on? Just checking a few emails. Why? Do you need something? What are you working on? Just checking a few messages. I try to check my messages every morning. Messages can also be on your phone, a voice message or a voicemail. Okay, so I try to check my messages. Uh huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay, good. I try to check my messages every morning. I open up my emails, I open up my messages, I look, I see, sometimes I respond. I try to check my messages every morning. I try to check my messages every morning. All right, sounds fun. Let's do some paperwork. We use this verb do. Do paperwork. Do some paperwork. Now, when we do paperwork, it can be on the computer or it can be with pen and paper. Do some paperwork. Now, if you have spaces on the paper and it says name, date, information, we need to fill out the paperwork. So, do paperwork and also fill out. Fill out the paperwork. Put your information on the paper. Fill out the paperwork. We can also complete the paperwork, but it's more common to say, fill this out. Complete the paperwork. Whew. I have a lot of paperwork to do today. Organizing, filling out, writing, preparing, typing. I have a lot of paperwork to do today. I have a lot of paperwork to do today. To do today. I have a lot of paperwork to do today. I have a lot of paperwork to do today. Paper work. Can you fill out this paperwork, please? So I give you some paper. I gave you a piece of paper. I need your information. Can you fill out this paperwork, please? Now, what's the difference between fill in and fill out? Fill in one space, one line. Fill out is to finish it 100%. Fill in your name, please. Okay, my name is Kat. Okay, please finish the paper. Fill out the paperwork, please. Okay, 1 page, 2 pages, 3 pages. Okay, it's filled out. I finished filling it in. All right, this is a great phrase. Catch up with someone. Catch up with someone. If you catch up with someone, you are getting news, updates, and new information. Okay, we are catching up with each other. So we catch up with someone. Catch up with someone. Getting news, updates, information, new new ideas. Let's catch up. I need to catch up with my boss later. I need to catch up with my boss later. That means I will go to my boss. She will tell me new information, new updates. I will tell her new information, new updates. We will catch up with each other. I need to catch up with my boss later. I have some news for her. I have new information for her. I need to catch her up. Now, we have this phrase, catch up on, catch up with, catch up on. Well, catch up with people, catch up with friends, catch up with family, catch up with my boss. This is usually chatting, learning new information, learning new updates, okay? Catching up with people. But if we catch up on something, that means we didn't finish it yesterday. Oopsie. We didn't finish it the day before, or we forgot, and we have a lot to do. I was on vacation last week, so I need to catch up on things. Catch up on emails, catch up on messages, catch up on paperwork. We catch up on things like jobs and tasks, and we catch up with people. Oh my gosh, look how much paperwork. I need to catch up on all this paperwork. I was sick yesterday. Now I need to catch up on all this paperwork. Good luck. So here we can use both. I need to catch up with my coworker on the new project. So I'm learning updates, I'm learning news, I'm chatting with my coworker, and we are talking about the new project. I need to catch up with my coworker on the new project. I need to catch up with my coworker on the new project. Okay, a new section to our intermediate vocabulary class. Let's have a little small talk. Small talk is the small chat, small conversation you often have with new friends, new people. Let's talk a little bit about small talk about work. Now, sometimes this is at work, but sometimes this is meeting new people, maybe at a party or maybe at the park or meeting new parents with your kids. This is very common conversation. Small talk about work. Now, sometimes I hear from my students, what's your job? That sentence is okay, but we never use it. We never use this phrase. A better phrase, a better question, what do you do? What do you do? Oh, hi, nice to meet you. I'm Kat. So, what do you do? What do you do? When I hear this, what do you do? Do? What do I do? I mean, what do you do for work? What do you do for work? So, both sentences for American English speakers mean that we are talking about work. What do you do? What do you do for work? So, here's a good response. Nice to meet you. I'm Kat. So, what do you do? Oh, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. Don't forget these little words that we use. I'm a teacher. I'm a doctor. I'm an engineer. We almost always use a, or an, because we're one of many. I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher. Now, I want to hear from our students. I would love if you comment below. I'm going to ask you. So, what do you do? What do you do? Another good question. If someone says, I'm a teacher. Oh, you're a teacher. That's so nice. Where do you work? Where do you work? Where do you work? Good little words. I work for a company. I work for McDonald's. I work for Shell. I work for a company in a city. I work for a company in New York. I work for a school in the city. I work for a company. I work for a company in a place. Great and easy small talk. This will open the doors to meeting new people. So, thank you so much for studying with us today. I'm so happy that you're here in class. Go ahead and answer in the comments below, and I'll get back to you and make sure that you are practicing in perfect English. I'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.